Hello, my name is Breege Hanlon. I'm a homeopath and frequency therapist, and I support clients all over the world with natural remedies for health and well-being. I discovered the LifeWave phototherapy patches in 2023, and I used them for 6 months myself before I started to share them with clients. And the reason I started to share was because of the benefits that I was seeing with myself, with increased energy, excellent immunity still 2.5 years later, and just a change in my skin and my hair. People were commenting that I look younger now than I did 5 years ago. So then that's why I started to share them with clients. And I am moved every week now with testimonials that I receive from clients to say they've noticed changes in themselves, in their children, in their parents, people of all ages seeing benefits in terms of pain, well-being, anxiety, mobility, mental functioning. It's just fantastic to have a product that's able to do so much for so many people. I want to feature today two LifeWave patches that are extremely useful when it comes to regeneration and pain reduction. The first of these is the X39 LifeWave phototherapy patch. I will show you what it comes in a pack of 30. Each day, each morning, you take one and take off the sticky back and place it on the back of your neck, on the C7 vertebra, the bump that you can feel just there, and you leave it on for 12 hours, then take it off. So this is X39, and what it does, and it's clinically proven to do this, is to increase a naturally occurring peptide within the body called GHKCU. The effect of GHKCU increase is to allow the body to regenerate stem cells. Our stem cell production, our GHKCU production, lowers as we age. By the age of 60, we have less than 40% of this peptide than we did when we were 20. So wearing this patch kickstarts the production of this particular peptide again in the body, which is the building block of stem cells. And those stem cells are used then by the body to regenerate whatever tissues and organs are damaged and need repairing. We wait some months, perhaps, to see the changes. Sometimes it's immediate. If there are local wounds, for example, repair is very quick. But if we have long-term damage in the body, which we all do, after some months, you really begin to see the regenerative effects of X39. So wearing X39 for 12 hours each day and remaining very well hydrated, I should say, is also really important. Doing this, people report more energy, better sleep, better mental clarity, less pain in the body, and better recovery after sport, for example. So the benefits of X39 are varied, and we use X39 daily for months. I will not stop using it now. I've been maybe 2.5 years uh, using it at this point. The second patch I want to mention from LifeWave is the Aeon patch. The Aeon patch can also be worn daily or nighttime, placed on the back of the neck or below the tummy button, 3 finger widths below the tummy button. And the effect of Aeon is twofold. It's called the happy patch because it places the body back into a state of nervous regulation. So many people are in nervous dysregulation. They're in fight-flight response due to anxiety and stress. So Aeon is called the happy patch because it brings the body back into a relaxed state and nervous system. The other effect of Aeon is to reduce inflammation in the body. So it's an excellent patch to use where there is pain locally or inflammation generally in the body, which for many people there is inflammation throughout the body. One of the effects, the clinically proven effects of Aeon is that it reduces C-reactive protein, which is a marker of inflammation in the body. So the combination of X39 and Aeon LifeWave patches worn daily are an excellent combination to help the body relax, recover, and regenerate. Underneath this video, you'll see my LifeWave website link, which you can click on to go ahead and order whatever patches you want at this time. And I will have your details and I'll contact you to support you. You can also click on another link, which is to make an appointment with me, a short free appointment to discuss your needs, and I'll help you choose the patches that will be best supported for you. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.